Hey, what is up? How's it going? How's it going, everyone? Man, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I haven't streamed in a while. Even though I streamed on Saturday. Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, today's Tuesday. How's it going? Man, what is going on? What are you guys working on? Or what did you finish up or not finish up this weekend? That's what I want to know. Hopefully you got all your chores done. I think there was painting of shingles going on, bathroom painting, but then there was also lots of other projects like Christmas lights, server upgrades, network upgrades. Yeah, how's it going? Sci-Fi Jeep Guy, how's it going? Good evening. Sebi, 1976, how you doing? Let's see here, Shuckle Samurai, good evening. How's it going? Yeah, good evening to you too. Hey, Seagor, how you doing? Gorfy, what's up, man? How's it going? Ilud, what's up, Home Labbers? Yeah, how's it going? Man, I got a lot to do. Takano, good morning. You know it's not morning. You know it's not morning, depending on where you are. I think you're west of me. Can't be that far west, though. How's it going? Sebi, I installed OpenShift on my home lab. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't attempted that, actually. A place I worked at was really big into OpenShift. Sounded interesting. I was working on a higher level of the stack, but yeah, how'd that go for you? Getting OpenShift installed. PC Geek, Techno Tim, hey, how's it going? How you doing? Takano, all right. Got my 5-volt PSU today. Nice. 10 amps total current. That's crazy. Man, you are ramping up, and I love it because you know what? As soon as Halloween is over, you know, it's fair game on Christmas lights. That's what I say, at least. I don't know. I put up Halloween stuff on. I tried to get it the last week of September so they can be up all of October. Then after that, it's fair game. Fair game. The holiday season begins on November 1st. Tomorrow I should get 6 8-channel relay boards. Nice. Yeah, man, you are doing some crazy stuff, man. I've seen your stuff in Discord. I'm just kind of like, oh my gosh, what is going on? I mean, I kind of understand what you're doing, but I've never attempted or even thought or had to think through everything I would need to accomplish something like that. So I'm super excited to see it. 6 to 8 channel relay boards. Like, how many strands of lights? Like, I need something I can relate to, man. Like, how many strands of lights, or how many bulbs will you have, or how many breakers will you have to put it on? I need something I can relate to, because like I understand what you're saying, but I can't fathom like what that means in lights and strings. So yeah, I'd like to know. Sebi, 1976, it's like Rancher on steroids. Yeah, it's but it's a way to procure or provision, I guess, infrastructure though, isn't it? Sorry, I got stuff in my eyes, and I'm gonna call this out early. I have it in the title, but this is gonna be a little bit shorter stream, not too short, but I'm having problems with my eyes. My eyes are like killing me. I think it's these eye drops I used. I've been using for a week now, and I think they're destroying my eyes. I think they're doing the exact opposite. But anyways, my eyes are super sensitive to light and movement. Anyways, I won't complain. But yeah, hey, Golenda, hey, has resub tier 1, 2 months, 2-month streak. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. I moved my alerts out of the way and they're still kind of in the way. I don't know. I should get rid of my desktop screen share because I'm not showing anything anyways. But hey, Golenda, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Oh, I don't even have my hat on. Usually do hats. This is like, I've done one without a hat. I'll keep the hat off for now. Gorfy, dang dude. Dang, I can't even say thank you to someone before someone else. Gorfy, dude, 5 tier 1 subs. Oh my gosh, you're a crazy man. Dude, Gorfy, thanks, dude. Thank you so much. Gorfy, gifted sub. So the Alt F4 stream. Yeah, that's the goading guy that rated me that one time. Hey, enjoy your gifted sub. Travex, enjoy your gifted sub. Nocturnal Pigeon, enjoy your gifted sub from Gorfy, Sebi, and Mr. Sir Guy Man Dude. Enjoy. Did he add the Sir Man Dude at the end? I don't know. We talked about that one. Anyways, enjoy your gifted sub from Gorfy. Dude, Gorfy, thank you so much, man. I saw you were debating a case, and I meant to reply. To your Discord message about a case you were thinking about. I think it's a solid case. I mean, it looks exactly like my Chenbro case, and I think you're getting the forget the brand. You pulled the trigger? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. Because it looks exactly like my Chen Bro. It's Redwell, right? Or Rosewell, sorry. Rosewell. I looked at it because I had to Google that model. I had no idea. And then when I landed, I'm like, this looks exactly like my Chen Bro case, but it's, yeah, they're super legit. 100%. They're awesome. Hopefully you got a good deal on it. I had to pay a little extra for my Chen Bro case because of the times that I ordered it. But yeah, man, dude, thank you so much. Yeah, that case is solid. 4U, rack mount, PC case. You can jam all kinds of stuff in there. I think people use it for Bitcoin mining and NAS. Those are like the two most popular things. I think you have an extra fan though. I think you have two fans in the front. I only have one. I think that's because I don't know. Mine came in pieces. Anyways, but yeah, dude, it looks solid, dude. Yeah, what are you gonna use for it? But going back to Sebi, it's like Rancher on steroids. So Sebi, but it's for provisioning infrastructure though, right? I think VMs and storage and compute, I think. I don't know. I've never had to be in charge of OpenShift. I'd always hear, actually, I'd only hear about OpenShift when there were problems. The other times I never heard about it because no one mentioned it, which is a good thing. No news is good news when it comes to infrastructure stuff, right? Tigano, got my, oh, hey, Cajun73, thanks for the follow, appreciate it, welcome. Let's see here, you got your 5 volt PSU today. Where am I? Why is it scrolling up? Here we go. PC Geek, how many power plants? Yeah, for all the stuff Takano has going on, for sure. They're gonna have to kick the power into reserve. So 40 channels, total of controllable lights, or 20p. Wait, what? So 40 channels, total of controllable lights, or 20p. 20 pairs? 20 outlets. Oh my gosh. How many strands of lights though? I want to know. I got to know a number, something like that. Because I can think in my head like, okay, I put 1,000 lights one time on my Christmas tree. It was kind of a lot, but I understand what 1,000 lights are. How many lights? How many lights you getting on your house? Or have you not got that far yet? Sebi. Oh yeah, you're right. OpenStack with OpenShift. You're right. OpenShift is the Kubernetes-based platform, container platform. Yeah, good call. I was mixing them up for sure. Oh man, I need to know more. There's a couple things I need to know more about. One is that, and the other is just this whole idea of cloud native storage. You know, the whole Longhorn, Rook, and Robin battle for cloud native storage. But yeah, anyways, tell me more about OpenShift. I don't know enough about it, man. Oh my gosh, Hype Train. Shunkle Samurai has resub tier 1, 2 months streak. Shunkle Samurai, dude, thank you so much, man. I have learned and dude, Hype Train level 3, man, you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. I don't know what Hype Train level 3 means. It means I've probably hit Hype Train 3 times now. But dude, thank you so much. 2 months, how time flies. I totally agree. I can't believe it. I can't believe it when I see anybody longer than 1 month. I'm like, oh my gosh, like people are getting 2, 3, 4 months. I'm like, oh yeah, I've been doing this for a couple of months now. But thanks so much for sticking with it, for sure. Harberts, what's up from Plymouth, Minnesota? All right, man. Dude, we're close, man. We're close, man. Harberts, yeah, man. Plymouth, all right, man. You're not too far away. Not too far away. That's right next to Minnie. Java Jenkins, dude, thanks so much for the sub. Really appreciate it. Java Jenkins, all right. Code and CI platform, all in one name. I like it. Building some Java. Gorfy, yeah, I pulled the trigger, so don't tell me you're wrong. Yeah, I saw that earlier. Yeah, man, I don't think you did wrong. I don't think, it's solid, super solid case. I like mine. The only thing on my Chenbro, it shoots out like the laser beam light out the front, and it's like, you do not want to look directly into it. I think you'll go blind. I promise you that. So if your light's anything like mine, but that's, you know, it lights up the whole entire basement. It's kind of nice. You get a nightlight for free. But they're solid, man. I like it. I enjoy it. The PC Geek, if you do Bitcoin mining, they have a specific version for it that is only like $80. Okay, I've seen that one too. I have seen that one. And I think it can hold a micro ATX board. But yeah, I honestly wish they would have had that case in when I bought mine. But I was I had to pull the trigger. I was like, it's either this used Chenbro one or nothing. And I had, I had videos to do. I had stuff to migrate. So yeah. Yeah, good call, PC Geek. Gorfy, yeah, it's the usual. You can add the hot swap bays and add-ons in the future. Or ironically, hey, Harberts, hey, thanks for the sub, man. Welcome, man. Just joined. Thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate it. Thanks, Minnesota. Thanks, man. Dude, really appreciate it. Thanks for subbing, man. First time seeing your name. Well, welcome and thanks for the sub. Really appreciate it. Yeah, welcome, dude. Thank you so much, man. You guys are awesome. Yeah, it's the usual. You can add the hot swap bays as add-ons in the future. Ironically, I'm pretty sure I can sell the Define R6 for more than I bought the Case Plus rails. Yeah, man, that's awesome. That's awesome, isn't it? Yeah, used market stuff is hot right now. I'm like even debating. I shouldn't say it, but I do. There's some things I want to do with my infrastructure, and I was debating last night. Should I sell my art? Dang, Cajun, dude. Cajun 73, thanks for the sub, man. Really appreciate it, man. You guys are going crazy right now, dude. My height train bar keeps growing and then shrinking and growing. This is awesome. Thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate it, Cajun. Thank you for the Prime sub as well. Thank you. But I was saying, like, I was thinking this was last night. I was just laying in bed and thinking about server stuff, as I always do. I think about many things. I was thinking, like, man, should I sell my R710? Like, I could get, I guarantee, exactly what I paid for it, if not more, for a couple of reasons. One, because, they're hard to find. You can find them on eBay, and you can find bits and pieces. But I'm talking about selling mine maxed out just like I bought it. And with the caveat that, hey, it's local pickup, because anyone who can pick something up locally and kind of see it run first, they're like, heck yeah, that beats shipping sometimes. So I don't know. I was kind of debating it, but then I'm like, well, what can I really get? That performs as close to or better than that, even if I were to buy two things. Anyways, I've been just going over and over this in my head, like, do I split my R710's workloads into two, try to buy two 1U servers, or custom build two 1U servers? I don't know. For some reason, I want 1U servers, and I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't need a lot of storage. I just need compute, really, because I have my disk shelf. But man, if you guys know of any like decent like 1U stuff, let me know, because I'm totally like, yeah, I'm totally. I don't know. I got this thing in my head, like I want 1U stuff for some reason. And I think it's so I can fit more in my rack. I mean, I have the same rack I think you do now, Gorfy. And I have already counted my available slots like 3-4 times in my head. I think I have six U left, and I'm kind of like, ooh. So anyways, PC Geek. Let's see here. I have a Define R6 for my gaming rig. I love it. Nice. Yeah. They are super sweet. Techno, no clue as of now. We are making a Megatree that uses 8 channels itself. Oh my gosh. You're gonna burn the place down. Oh, I can't wait to see it. And so far as the house, we're planning 7 strips. Nice. Plus decorations and everything else. It's gonna be awesome. Let's see here, Takano, but the reason behind going with 40 channels is that I would rather build out the box right now, rather than later having to mod even more outlets. Yeah. So you have to build like a whole like box for all this stuff, right? I assume it's going to be like a plywood box or something. That's what I think about in my head. Whenever I think about building something myself, I'm like, what can I buy at Home Depot? Probably 2x4s and plywood, and then I'll screw stuff in. But man, you have to actually build a physical box for all this stuff, right? Yeah. PC Geek. I'm on the East Coast, Massachusetts. All right, yeah. So it's an hour later for you. Harbert, super close. Love what you're doing. Good with the channel. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Minnesota in the house. All right. Solitary refinement. Haven't seen you in a while. I'm a beginner at Linux things. I've been working on your tutorial. I apologize for my reading right now. Like I said earlier, my eyes are hurt, and it's not like they're burning. They just like, I don't know. It's these eye drops, so I'll do my best. I feel like if I take off my glasses, I'll probably do better, but then I don't know. Less pain with glasses on, but then I have a hard time reading it, so I'll get through it. Anyways, I'm a beginner at Linux things. I've been working on your tutorial for setting up Rancher with Minecraft server to test out. Awesome, that's a great first workload. I totally agree with that. Still haven't gotten into work. Oh man, I should have read another sentence before I said that. Is Portainer better for a beginner to Docker containers? I'm trying your Portainer tutorial tonight. It depends. And so a lot of the things like people ask for my opinion on stuff, it's always going to depend. But what I will say is if you're not interested in Kubernetes, right? If you just want container management, Portainer's awesome at that because you can have Portainer manage your Docker host. And so if you don't want or need any of the Kubernetes features, yeah, Portainer's great for that. So when you install Portainer, just make sure you tell it to manage the Docker host. But Portainer also supports Kubernetes too. And so if you're finding, if you're having challenges setting it up with Rancher, you might run into the same with Portainer. Maybe you won't though. I do like how Portainer sets up a volume for you already. So that's super nice for some of the map volumes, I think. But anyways, like if you're just doing Docker and you want a UI for Docker only, yeah, Portainer's a great fit. If you want a UI to manage Kubernetes, I mean, either of those are great fits. But if you've been having a problem with Rancher, yeah, give Portainer a try. Yeah, absolutely. And maybe even go the Kubernetes route and see if you can get it working that way. I get it that for something like Minecraft, you might not need, Kubernetes. You could set up health checks and stuff like that, so that's kind of cool. But if you just want to containerize things and that's a huge win in my book. Whether you choose to do Docker or maybe Kubernetes, it's up to you. But I think just containerizing before a VM, I think is a huge win for sure. Good question. If you have problems, hey, we got a Discord server too. We got a channel just for Portainer and Rancher. So let me or anyone know for sure. Cajun, just tuning in for the live stream. Been watching some of your video stuff for a while. Glad to see people getting technology related stuff on Twitch. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. I haven't always done tech. I used to do games, but then I realized don't get me wrong. I love games. I enjoy playing games. But I just kind of decided to switch and do the stuff that I do at night and weekends publicly now, which is kind of weird to think about. But yeah, I totally agree. I think Twitch needs more tech in general. I think YouTube does too. There's a handful. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of great tech YouTube channels. I'm not even saying mine is one. I'm just saying in general. I think YouTube needs more tech too. But there's a ton of stuff on YouTube. I honestly didn't realize how much YouTube tech stuff there was until I started making my own content there, and I'm like, now I'm getting, the algorithm is just feeding me all this content. I'm like, oh my gosh, people are making awesome stuff. But anyways, yeah, thank you, appreciate it. Sebi, Portainer definitely an easier gateway before Rancher. Yeah, I totally agree. Yep. I'll caveat that with it if you're doing Docker only. If you're doing Portainer and Rancher, it's going to be the same idea. UI over fields which map to Kubernetes YAML, pretty much. They're both UIs for filling out YAML at the end of the day, and then it creates that YAML and it feeds that YAML to kube control, and then kube control ingests that YAML and does what you tell it to do. At the end of the day, that's what they do. But I think they both do it well and do it different for sure. Let's see here. Solitary refinement. Thanks. Yeah, for sure. Take a look at the Dell 1U running Epic. All right, Dr. Bell. Thank you. Yeah, I keep going back to this idea. Like I want 2 1U servers versus 1 2U servers. for a couple of reasons. You know, I want to do, you know, there's some HA stuff I want to do, obviously with Kubernetes, right? And HA, you know, works between VMs. Oh my gosh, dude, Corfy, dude, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, dude, thanks so much. 5 gifted subs, dude, you are blowing my mind. Gorfy, thanks so much, man. Colin Draff, Young Brax, Mon Kick. I like the Mon Kick. There's a lot of kicks in there. And Reese Tech, he told me it was Reese, and One Shield. Enjoy the gifted sub from Gorfy, dude, thank you so much, man. You're so crazy, man. Thank you so much. Hope everything's running okay for you too. Hope you got your UDM running and everything. Definitely need to catch up in Discord, and I promise I wasn't ignoring your thing. I got distracted. I looked up your case, landed on Newegg, was looking at all the images, and I was like, hey, that looks just like mine. And I started comparing to mine, and then I got distracted even from that. So distracted from the distraction. But we'll catch up, man, in Discord. Dude, thanks. Appreciate it. But yeah, going back to 1U servers, I just keep in my head, I keep saying, 1U would be awesome, 1U would be awesome. And then I try to make it work in my head. And I have some requirements for 1U. Obviously, at least, I don't know, I'm thinking 8 cores plus hyper-threading, so 16. Obviously, more would be better. But then I want to keep the power down too, right? I want to have 2 1Us use less power than my 1 2U does now. And then on top of that, lots of RAM. I need lots of RAM. And so what I was saying about the HA stuff I want to do, I mean, Proxmox HA stuff is cool, but I want to do Kubernetes HA stuff. And I know I can do that between VMs, but they're kind of both on the same machine. So my idea was, to kind of balance my stuff out and not necessarily load balance, but just have almost like a standby, just a standby server. Just so that as I'm doing stuff and taking stuff up and down, I can shift my workloads over to the other and back and forth, and Kubernetes will still be running. And then people who are depending on some of my services aren't like, hey, what the heck? Not that ever happens. Hey, Tifu Gate. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. But yeah, tell me more about these Octobell. I need to know more. And I should probably write these down too, but I don't even know where I will remember, but just in case. Actually, I'm going to get out my notepad because I have this thing where I'm like, yeah, my total, I'll totally remember that. And then I don't write it down. And then the things I do write down, sometimes they don't make it into Google. I just need to get better about doing that, so that the next time I can say, hey, yeah, I checked it out. Anyways, let me scribble this down right here. Dell, 1U, Epic. Yeah, and I guess I have some other, requirements, right? I mean, I don't want to spend a ton, but at the same time, I'm willing to make the investment if I can have something that's going to last a couple of years and use considerably less power too. I think I'm at a phase now where I can kind of scale down a couple of my workloads, or at least have them run a little more efficient. But yeah, definitely interested in 1U stuff. And I'm not worrying about storage because all my storage is still going to be my NetApp disk array. But I will pass through my HBA controller and still virtualize TrueNAS too. So that was kind of a good move on my part a long time ago, is not baking my storage into the server. So now it's like I could get 1Us. I could get a Raspberry Pi somehow and hook up a PCI Express card to it. But that's getting a little crazy. Let's see here. So yeah, thanks, man. PC Geek, look at it from a cost effectiveness and processing power to electricity usage. That's what I look at to see if I need to change hardware. Yeah, good point. And I have a R710 running, dual, almost, 3 gigahertz. And they're 6 core each, 12 threads, so 24 threads across the whole thing. And then obviously server fans, which I don't even think I need that many fans going. I don't know. I keep thinking about it in my head. And I think I'm getting the pre-November itch. Every November, I'm like massive upgrades across the board, It's when I build, that's when I upgraded my server or my PC 2 years ago. Last one was building out a lot of my server stuff. And I think I'm already at a point where I might want to replace some stuff too and do some network upgrades. I got a lot of ideas. I just need to get them down on paper and diagram them, I guess. But yeah, thank you. PC Geek, the one user super loud though. Yeah, I mean, louder than a 710. 710s are, I mean, obviously they're kind of loud when they start up and then they chill out. I don't mind. Loud is relative to me. So if they're louder than a 710, okay, maybe not. But trying to figure out, yeah, I'd like something a little more efficient, and I'd like two. So a little more balanced, a little more efficient. Techno, yep, gonna be a custom built box. Love it. Probably plywood, like you said. All right, man, I'm all in. If it's plywood, yep. Can I buy it at Home Depot? Not that I love Home Depot, but I don't know. That's whenever I'm debating or don't have a great idea of what I'm gonna build and how to build it, I just know that I can figure it out with 2x4s and plywood. I've done that a couple times in my garage and in my basement. That's how I built my first network shelf, and that's how I built my network shelf in the garage as well. And then if I'm feeling really fancy, I stain that thing. Yeah. Sounds awesome, man. Sounds awesome. Sigor, to be fair, one user only loud if you put fans in them. Yeah, for sure. Isn't that the truth for everything, or all servers? Takano, and the inside is going to be a Raspberry Pi, which will communicate to an Arduino versus serial. The Arduino will then interface to the relay boards and turn on and off the lights. I like it. I like it, man. You were going all out. I'm loving it. Reese, Rancher has a nicer UI in my honest opinion, or humble opinion. I don't know if IMHO is honest or humble. I always thought honest, and then someone said it's humble. I was like, I've been thinking that wrong for a long time. Anyways, that's why I used Kubernetes. Either that or he was wrong. I think he was wrong. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. I don't know. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Rancher. I've been for a long time. Rancher one days when when no one was using it except for me. But yeah, at the end of the day, I look at it like this, and I said this a little bit earlier, but just I really feel like anytime someone containerizes something, that's a huge badge of honor, and a huge plus to me. Not that you should containerize everything. Like I'm even reconsidering some of the stuff that I'm containerizing, only because it introduces a lot of complexity. But for the most part, I think choosing either way, whether it be Portainer or Rancher, is a great way to go, because it gets you on a container platform, which is awesome. And then orchestration for that as well, if you want to do more advanced things. Also at the cost of complexity. And so that's where I think Rancher and Portainer are trying to solve that complexity by giving you a UI, if you like, along with other features too. I shouldn't just say that, hey, Rancher's just a pretty UI over Kubernetes, because as you can see from the release today, they're trying to do lots of other things too, which is super cool. And I mean, through that, they've developed things like RKE, K3S, Longhorn, them being able to build Rancher and develop Rancher has, sprung up all these other awesome, things, technologies around it, that other companies are using too, or other people. Yeah, Reese, totally agree, man. Sci-Fi Jeep guy, plywood and wood prices in general up right now too. I hear that a lot from people who are doing remodeling right now. They're like, yeah, wood prices are totally up. And I wonder if it's just because everyone has the, remodeling itch right now, or had, probably still does. It's probably still happening. PC Geek, heck yeah, they are. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. Fortunately, I haven't had to buy any. We'll see. I can't avoid that forever. Solitary refinement. I have installed the Portainer/Kubernetes from your tutorial. To be honest, I'm not really sure what Kubernetes really does. Is or does yet. Just following along, hoping to make sense as I go. Hey, that's all right. Fake it till you make it. That's what I say. I know some people don't like that, but I say go for it. And I think as you add more workloads and you add, all right, I'll put it this way. As you add more containers, which map to pods in Kubernetes, pods can technically be more than one container. But as you add more workloads, it'll start to feel a little more natural. And then you can explore the more advanced stuff as you go. But I think what you'll find, if this is your first time doing any kind of containerization, it's so awesome and so easy to back things up and to be able to spin something up really quick to test it out, to then tear it down and just be like, yeah, I'm never doing that again. Is incredible. I mean, your options before were, install it on a server, maybe take a snapshot before, because who knows what's going to happen as you install it. And with Docker containers, it's like spin it up, try it out, didn't like it, spin it back down, and then remove any volume mappings if you mapped any. Sometimes you don't even have to map any volumes. If you're just evaluating something, don't map any at all. Obviously, that only applies if it's going to write something. But if it's totally self-contained, yeah, don't map any volumes at all. Try it out. Don't like it, remove it, and then you can delete your Docker images if you want after that. But it leaves no trace. Leave no trace. Just like hiking and camping in the wilderness. Leave no trace. That's Docker containers. Solitary Refinement just joined your Discord today as well. Hi, thank you. Welcome. Yeah, man, you are all over it today. Thank you. Mr. Juan Anderson. Okay, I've started replacing all the fans in my servers with Noctua fans. Nice. My rack is super quiet right now. Awesome. So does Noctua make like server, I guess server grade, the PWN fan modules that you can drop into like enterprise servers, or do they make ones that kind of work? Because I've seen some people replacing, fans, and like I have a NetApp disk array shelf, and I've heard about people replacing those. I'd consider it, but I really don't want to open it up and cut any wires. I don't know. I don't trust myself. And then if something goes wrong, I don't want to be dead in the water. But yeah, that sounds awesome for sure. Is it easy? I mean, is it as easy as replacing fans in a PC case? Never done it on a server, like an enterprise server. Let me know. Yeah. Restack, no hat today. No, I just, I got it right here. Well, I don't have my normal hat. So I have my normal hat. Then I have my Twitch hat. And I was like, I'll keep it right here just in case I want to put it on. But it's kind of warm. Like, it's weird. It's like 75 out today. And so I was like, well, I'm not turning on the AC. I kind of have this policy, like, no AC, no AC past September, no heat before October. And so we're right now like in this borderline where, one day it could be 30 here and the next day it could be almost 80 like it was today and this weekend coming up. So I'm kind of like, I'm not going to do it. I just kicked on the fan a little bit more. I thought I'd go no hat. I thought I'd show off my curls. No, I don't know. I was like, I'll go without it. I'll mix it up. Got to keep it fresh. But it's right here just in case. This isn't my normal hat though. My normal hat, I don't know. A friend of mine designs hats, and he gives me hats every time I go to his house. Haven't been to his house in a while, and so like he has a handful of hats, and he designed the one I always wear as well as the other one I always wear. And so yeah, I've always had them, but no hat tonight. I figured I wouldn't mix it up. PC Geek, I would caution going through putting mains electrical inside a plywood box. I would at least use multi-gang outlets boxes inside of it to the house outlets. Thinking Fire has it here. Yeah, this is all good stuff. This is all good to know. Logic, yeah. Using my Discord invite, yeah. It is not gonna lie. The metal boxes, I mean, yeah. I'm glad you're here to check my work or my thinking, because I would just be, screw it on there. Sigor, might be cheaper to buy an IKEA cabinet to put all your server stuff in. That is a great, man, I like that idea. Yeah, because it's pre-built, prefab. All you got to do is screw some stuff in. I like it. Little bit behind. I'm getting caught up, promise. Gorfy, enjoyed the night. Hope your eye feels better. Thank you. Love seeing your channel grow. You deserve it, man. Dude, thank you so much. I know you're not here anymore. I said thank you a few times, but dude, thank you so much, man. Server Monkey is awesome. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Here we go again. How's it going, man? It's funny. I was just reviewing one of my VODs and I was trying to pronounce your name. But anyways, how do I download more RAM? Yeah. Once you find out how to download more RAM, let me know because I need to download some more RAM. PC Geek redundancy. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yep. I think you're trying to help me out on something I was talking about a while ago. But yeah, definitely my 2.1Us want some redundancy. And better availability, as well as less power if I can, and have the ability just to toggle one on, toggle one off type of thing. Helen Sharded Jeans, hey, how's it going? Have you gotten CKA or CKAD certs? Oh, I'm studying for CKAD right now. Been pretty fun to learn. I haven't. I know very little about that. Yeah, tell me more. Tell me more about those kind of certs. Cajun. It really depends on how dense you really want to get. Supermicro makes some really nice 1U 2-node boxes that are dual socket for fairly cheap if you go with V3, V4 Xeons. Yeah, thank you. Supermicro. Okay. I did see some Supermicro cases, at least the case itself. But let me see. 1U 2-node. I don't know. That sounds interesting. It's definitely worth looking into for me. 1U 2-node sounds interesting. I'll say that because then I can really consolidate. I mean, like you said, I can increase the density, so I can consolidate a couple of things. But man, that sounds like I need to put a lot of fans going through there. Hey, Koziel, hey, thanks for the sub. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the sub prime. Man, you guys are blowing me up tonight. I love it. Thank you so much. Koziel, thank you so much for the prime sub. Really appreciate it. Gorfy, enjoy the subs. You guys take the time and enjoy, observe the content he's putting out. Hopefully it's okay. I'm kind of trying to mix it up. Like I said a while ago on some of my other stuff, I was doing some stuff with Rancher. I completed some of that stuff. Now I'm trying to mix it up, but I got something coming out that I'm super excited to share this weekend. I don't know if you're excited as I am, but I'm super excited. It took me a while to figure this out, but it's going to be super fun. It's going to be super fun. A lot of buzzwords in there. A lot of buzzwords. And not on purpose, just because it is. Gorfy, or gals, yeah, for sure. Reese, Zen is getting ported to the Pi 4. Nice. That's good news, right? That's good news. Beanie Bounty, is that a Rode Pod mic? Absolutely it is. It is a Rode Pod mic. Yeah, I love this thing. I upgraded from the newer. I had the newer. I can never pronounce that right. Oh, I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced. But I had one of the newer kits, and then, the $30 kit, and I used that for like a year. And then I was like, I'm going to splurge. I'm going to spend $99 on this microphone. But this is hands down the best $99 microphone you can buy. Hands down. Hands down. I think it looks great. I think it sounds okay. Take some tweaking. I have a Go XLR. Yeah. But I think it's pretty good. I do. I mean, sure, there are better ones out there. But at $99, like sub $100, like, ew, that's hard to find. But yeah, it is a Rode Pod mic. Maybe some Dell, Lenovo, HP micro PCs. 3 will fit in a 1U shelf. I like this. I like it. I like the ingenuity there. Maybe. I just, for some reason, now that I have a rack, I'm like, man, it just needs to, bolt in, fit nicely, fit nicely in there. But yeah, for sure. Project Tiny Mini Micro. I don't know. I don't know about this. I should know more. Reese, do you get money from channel points? Absolutely not. No. Channel points are Twitch's way of rewarding viewers for viewing, I guess. And so from that, there are rewards you can unlock. There are things you can do that's up to each channel to set the reward. And so I have some in there. I have some just generic ones that come with Twitch, but then I actually created rewards like the change the lights in my room type reward. So I wrote a whole bunch of code, probably way too much code, to wire up some of my channel points to my Philips Hue lights back there and some other lights. So if you get 1,000 points, you get to choose and change the theme in my room. So yeah. No, good question though. Yeah, channel points are kind of weird. They're very similar to what Mixer had with their points. I forget what they were called. I already forget what they were called. But Mixer had a similar idea, and it was a way for people. It was a way for viewers to still engage with streamers without spending money. That's what it is. But yeah, there you go. Someone spent the points. Where are we going? Where are we going? I figured we were going there. Yeah, Northern Lights. See? So someone just spent 1,000 points. Looks like sci-fi cheap guy. 1,000 points. He chose Northern Lights. So I have 3 in there. I've been tweaking them. I tweaked this one a little bit. I noticed like every time the Northern Lights ones turn on, it was mostly blue. I tried to tame it a little bit more. And I had this really weird death color on my face. Oh, my dogs. 1 second. Wow. Yeah. I'm sorry about that. You guys couldn't hear that. You probably heard the beginning of it. But anytime a fire truck goes by, like my dogs, one howls and the other one spazzes out. So that lasted a long time. Anyways, I apologize for that. That was so crazy. Usually they only do it for about 10 seconds. This one was like a 30 seconds. Like I could not stop them. Anyways, sometimes I have to get in front of them, just like break them out of it because they howl and bark forever. But yeah, so going back to channel points and lights in my room. Yep, you can pick the theme. 1,000 points. It's free. Just gotta watch. That's it. Prime Day, October 13th. Logic. Yeah. So good timing. I agree. Hopefully it's not junk. I'll just put it that way. I'm not gonna lie. It's been rare that I found something that was worth buying. I hope I'm surprised. I hope I'm pleasantly surprised this time. I do think, didn't they have the Christmas in July? Wasn't that another one? Or maybe it was Prime Day. Yeah, it's it's rare that I found something, that's okay. I don't know. Maybe it's just me and what I'm looking for. Because when I think about it, I guess when I start to think about the things I buy on Amazon, it's close to, a Black Friday type event where it's, good tech deals. And so I don't know, the Prime Day for me has been, a little disappointing because it's rarely, good tech deals, at least for me. I don't know. Prove me wrong. I hope they prove me wrong. Absolutely. Am I excited about it? Heck yes, I am. But I don't know. The last couple kind of let me down. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Let me know if it's just you, or let me know if it's just me. If you found a good deal on Prime Day, let me know. Because maybe I'm just looking at the wrong categories. Maybe it's like I should be looking at home stuff or the stuff I don't normally buy and I find better deals. But yeah, PC Geek. I love Home Depot. I have a home wood shop in my cellar across from my computer area. Awesome. That's awesome. I wish I was better at woodworking. Like I said, the extent of my woodworking is cut some wood, screw it together, maybe stain it if I'm feeling lucky or ambitious, or paint it. Sometimes I'll sand it too. But yeah, that's awesome. I wish I was better at woodworking because I think it's such an awesome skill to have. Olipop. Hi again, Tim. Do you do offsite backups? If so, what solution do you go with? Yeah, absolutely I do. I use Backblaze. I used CrashPlan for a really long time, and then CrashPlan kind of ditched their home market. Not ditched them. Well, yeah, I'll say it. They needed to focus on enterprise, so they hiked the price of their home solution. And so, yeah, I use Backblaze. It's like $60 a year, unlimited. So yeah, that's what I use. Pretty solid so far. I've only had to restore from the cloud, from Backblaze, I don't know, once or twice, and it's only been 1 or 2 docs. But yeah, it works. It's super solid. I mean, the best solution is the one you don't have to think about, and that's one I don't have to think about. I know it's working. I get scared every now and then. I check, and I get the email saying it, whatever, backed up this much data. But every now and then, especially when it comes to my now that I'm doing YouTube stuff regularly, like the project I'm working on, I work on throughout the week. And so I'm always scared that like if my server dies, that it successfully, I'm always worried that it didn't back up my project file. Cause I put in, I don't know, 10 hours, 12 hours a week on editing. And, if it didn't back it up from the night before, I might've lost 3-4, which is huge for me. Cause that's, a lot of time in the short amount that I have. And it's always there. I always verify the timestamp on it. Not always, but about weekly, I verify the timestamp on new stuff. And I'm like, yep, absolutely, it's working. The client isn't the greatest. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to, it's not the greatest client. It's kind of boring. I mean, I guess backup clients should be kind of boring. But they add, a ton of filters of things that they don't back up. And so you got to add, they basically add like a deny list. And so you got to kind of override that if you want to back up certain files. But yeah, I think it's worked out good for me. And I'm not afraid to recommend it. I recommend it to friends and everyone. And I want them to stay in business too. So that's why I recommend it too. Because when CrashPlan left, it was like, I was scrambling. I'm like, is it going to be Mosey? Is it going to be Backblaze? Who is it? And fortunately, the transition to Backblaze was pretty easy. But, if they were to go away tomorrow, I'd have to immediately sign up with someone else and start uploading to them immediately. Because, who knows how long it'll take. But yeah, good question. Chicano, currently the plan is to have a dedicated 15 amp breaker just for the lights. Nice. Then another separate circuit for the Raspberry Pi, Arduino, and relay power. But we are using pure LED strips since they pull 0.04 amps each. Nice. Yeah, LEDs, the way to go for sure. Logic community. Is there anything that helps noobs with virtualization, containerization to determine how much resource they need for home lab elements they are dreaming of? I like it. Almost like a calculator. Nice. I thought about something like this before. It might ask questions like, how many cams do you want your Blue Iris to support? Okay, you should have at least, yeah. This is awesome. It's so funny you say that because I have something in my Google Keep that says build a home lab planner, but I haven't put any thought into the code that it would take to even write it. And before I even did code, it would just be totally manual or, so I'd have to come up with algorithms and some kind of calculation that made sense to say, yeah, if you're running this process, you need this much processing power and this much RAM. No, but that's a fantastic question. I don't know if anything like that exists. I would love to build it someday, but I haven't had the time. Yeah. I mean, most people I think overestimate a lot of that stuff. Only because they want to grow, right? Because they want to be able to expand or grow into something. And so I think getting any modern, processor or server class processor, if you really want to go all out, is totally going to be fine. Blue Iris is going to be a tough one because Blue Iris, I mean, you'd have to ask a lot of questions on Blue Iris because it's not just how many cameras. That'll give you a baseline of okay, it needs this much. But there are so many options you can tweak within Blue Iris too, like your buffer, your playback, your go back, there's options I have set up hey, when motion triggers, go back in the buffer and grab the previous 10 seconds, and then, okay, are you going to re-encode that? Are you going to upload it anywhere? Are you going to take a screenshot of that or an image and send it anywhere? So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, you got to kind of, figure that stuff out on your own, at least for Blue Iris. The rest of the stuff is it depends. I mean, most workloads I see outside of Blue Iris aren't that taxing on your CPU. I'll take that back. Plex Jellyfin, yeah. Those are also going to be kind of taxing on your CPU, possibly your GPU too. If you offload transcoding to your GPU for sure. But no, that's a great question. Maybe someone can answer it better than I can. I've always considered building something like that and then making recommendations based on that. I have it in my Google Keep. I promise it's there. But I just haven't been able to put the extra thought into it to do it right. But yeah, great question, Logic. Reese, I recently moved traffic away from Rancher because I set up CA, small step certificates. It's awesome. That does Acme, and I need to set a custom Acme URL and can't do that with Helm chart. Oh, with the Helm chart. So you recently moved traffic away from Rancher because I set up a CA, small step certificates, it's awesome, that does Acme, and I need to set a custom Acme URL and can't do that with the Helm chart. And then without the Helm chart, it just becomes more complex on Rancher. Although I will probably migrate to just a normal Rancher workload once I'm done. Also, I get traffic to .x. Yeah, nice. Yeah, sounds awesome. Sounds interesting. Yeah, I don't know enough about small step certificates. I don't. I should know. Evening, y'all. What's up, JF oh man, Manimatter. How's it going? Reese, 80 millimeter, kind of work. I don't use it because then I use a tower. Would if I was doing the rack mount thing. Oh, this is probably about Noctua. Okay. Totally feeling the same pain today. All right, get wrecked. Usually enterprise fans are swappable, at least not soldered on the systems. My co-designs. Yeah, nice. PC Geek, have you heard about the LED pixel light? They also are strands that each is RGB pixels, which individually addressable and you can control. I like it. Yeah. Sigor, can your friend make some custom Techno tin hats? I would buy one if available. Nah, maybe he could. I mean, I'm sure he can. He has the skill to, but then to produce them, yeah, not sure. Yeah, I've been thinking. A couple of people asked me about merch. I gotta figure it out. I gotta work on some branding stuff too, for sure. But I always want to make sure that I'm, putting most of my attention into the content I'm creating first. And again, going back to why I didn't create the, Home Lab estimator app that I was thinking about, just because, it's going to eat into time, which means less video editing or less creating for me. But yeah, hey, good question. Don't think I haven't thought about it. I want to do it right, rather than just kind of whip something out. And in order to do it right, to be completely honest, I need to rebrand a couple of things and work on some logo stuff for sure. But yeah, great question. Get wrecked. Screwing mains wire on a wood will go wrong. Oh yeah. True. The one time you don't respect the power of electrical, think, it'll be okay. That's when it can be a disaster. Yeah, that's why I don't do electrical stuff. Yeah, sometimes I kind of freak out about electrical stuff. I don't know about you guys, but I do. I mean, I'm definitely not an electrician or electrical engineer. But when I change light switch stuff, sometimes I'll throw the breaker for the whole house because I'm like, not gonna risk it. But then some people tell me, oh, I've been electrocuted. It's not that bad. I'm like, well, it doesn't sound that fun to me. Let's see here. Restec. Download the Amazon app to order more RAM. Yeah, I should. Maybe I can get some affiliate links for RAM. Yeah, I should. I should ask Amazon, hey, can you give me an affiliate link so I can have people download more RAM? Let's see here. Takano, yeah, for sure. I know you shouldn't mess with it. So it's all in electrical boxes and such. Trying to make it safe as possible. I hear you. Right on, man. It will last longer too, for sure. Yeah, totally agree. If you do it right, for sure. CCAD is the Certified Kubernetes Application Development, and CKA is a Certified Kubernetes Administrator from the Cloud Native Computing Foundation, so agnostic to platform. Nice. Someone mentioned this about the certification the other day. I apologize, I didn't recognize the acronym. And maybe it was you. Maybe it was you, Alan. I think so. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. Maybe like a week, 2 weeks ago. But I don't have those certifications. No, I haven't. And mainly because, well, I mean, they're definitely, I'm sure they add a lot of value. Me personally, I'm not, I'm not a DevOps, or a system administrator, like in my day job. I mean, I kind of wear some hats, for sure, different hats working at the small startup. But that's not my primary focus. So it would be cool. But, like I said, like I only have so much time in the day. I'd love to learn more about it, but a lot of my channel is about, a lot of my content in general is about more than just Rancher. I know that it seems to be not the case all the time. But yeah, it sounds awesome. But if you do it, if you think it's valuable, let me know. Let me know how hard it is too. Like I'd obviously have to study for this, right? Because I don't have a ton of foundational knowledge. Like it depends on how deep they go. It sounds interesting, but I wonder how deep it is. I wonder if I could take it and just wing it. I probably wouldn't be able to. Most of the things I try to wing, I don't get right. But it'd be interesting to see. Ellen Charter Jeans sounds like moneymaker for sure. Yeah. We'll look into currently getting a rancher certification. Nice, Reese. Yeah, man, go. Kozio, your tutorials have been incredibly helpful for learning Kubernetes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm getting caught up on comments. I didn't realize how far I was behind. So I'll try not to ramble. Yeti Gaming TV, how can we be exciting? How can we be excited if we don't know what it is? Yeah, you'll see. JF, man, I need to learn how to pronounce your name a little bit better. I'm running Super Micro. All right. I have 2X, 2U chassis. One has 8 hot swap drives and the other has 12 hot swap drives. Awesome. Yeah. I still want to, maybe I'm living the pipe dream, but, I want to find 1Us that are all compute. I don't care about storage space at all. I mean, yeah, give me a couple, I don't know, couple ports for drives, but other than that, I just need some compute. Techno, hoping it will last for 2 years, only to watch the relays since they're being triggered on and off constantly at pretty high speeds. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they will be quite a bit. Yeah, and the lights too. Will they hold up with the lights triggering on and off? I mean, maybe you nailed it that the relays are the things you have to worry about. The PC Geek, I have the newer mic too. You're right. It was $30. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I still have that mic in a box. Like it's my backup in case something goes wrong. And for $30, that newer mic, you can't beat it. Like you cannot beat it. But I decided to splurge. Get wrecked. Just write a Python script that opens SSH session to your hypervisor, then starts another script to increase the RAM allocated to the VM, and then reset the VM. I like it. That's how you download more RAM. Yeah. Restack. That's not bare metal. Takano, but the 10 mil trigger lifespan rating is not at load. 10K for max load, aka 250 volt at 10 amps. So hoping to get at least 5 million out of each. I assume you mean triggers. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. So then you could do the math and figure it out, right? How long does it run for? How many hours per day? How many times does it trigger per? That's the basic math right there. How many hours does it run per day? How many times does it trigger per session? And then do the math. Seems like a lot though. PC Geek, we might need a fan in the relay box just to keep the relays cool. All right. They might get hot with all the on and offs rapidly. Oh, why? Just because the electricity flowing through or friction? Let's see here. Reese. Well, I'm on flux filter, so I can't tell. All I see is green. Oh, you're using flux. All right. Sigor, how's it going? Takano. Yeah, I might throw out a fan considering the outside weather gets up to 100 here. Oh yeah, you're in Southwest, like Arizona or something, man. Does it get cool there in the winter? Hopefully, does it get up to 100 even in December? That's scary. Yeah, I agree. That wouldn't hurt. Reese, I want to see deals on ESP boards. Yeah. Oh man. JF Manor. Oh, this is going back to my dogs freaking out. Yeah, gotta love animals. My cat want to hurt the mailman. He gets close to the house, and all I do is hiss. Yeah, my dogs. They just like, for some reason, one starts howling, and then the other one is like super excited that the other one's howling, but he doesn't know how to howl, so he does this weird and so then they like feed off each other to where I think one of them's just gonna like hyperventilate. But yeah. Takano, also fun facts, RTX 3080 have all the Crysis installed in its VRAM. Speaking of 3080, like, can we buy one yet? And are they a good buy? I keep seeing conflicting stuff about all this stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't know if people are going for headlines or what, but I totally want one. Don't know how to get one yet because obviously they're hard to get. But I keep seeing this conflicting stuff about, I don't know, power limiting, all this stuff. I'm still buying one. We'll see. maybe. CDOS, I won't be here for your response, but I wanted to hop in and say hi, everyone. All right. Also, what's everyone's current project so I can see what when I look at the VOD? All right. Logic remains everyone's friend. I agree. Good deals, not as easy to find, but there's always hope. Yeah, about Prime Day. Regarding Backblaze backup, do you ever use it on your Proxmox server? I thought I hadn't seen Backblaze does not work on Linux. I don't use it on my Proxmox server. I have mine set up in a weird way. But basically, my idea is to get everything back to the server that's running Backblaze. So it's a lot of scripting from a lot of different places. The client itself doesn't run on Linux per se, but they have a BC2 client that does, but it then backs up directly to Amazon storage, and then you got to pay per drink or per use. So a little bit different. They have one that runs on Linux, but a different model for sure, and a different client. Sebi, Restic is a pretty cool backup tool, which includes an ability to back up to Backblaze. All right, but is that backing up to Backblaze BC2 storage or something like that? Yeah. JS Calc. Oh man, boot. I don't know what's going on. Your guys' stuff is getting totally caught by mod for sure. Oh man, Jay Gov, I can't pronounce your last name, but Reese. It's an easy way to make certificate authority for a custom SSL search. Small step. Yeah. So it's an easy way to make a certificate authority for custom SSL search. Nice. Pixel leads are expensive. Pretty expensive. I don't know what those are. TFuegate, what's your favorite Dropbox alternative? I've been using Nextcloud to share files, but it shows my IP in the link. What's a way to hide the IP or the best way to share large files from my server? No, you hit the nail on the head. I think I was saying this last stream is that, the way that I've used Nextcloud, really, I didn't use any feature except for the Dropbox-like experience. So yeah, I mean, that's how I've used it. I didn't know that it shows your IP in the link. I didn't know that because I was just using, I use DNS. And then on top of that, I have SSL certificates. So I would assume it would just show the DNS name in the link, but I haven't looked. So that's exactly what I use. I don't even know if it's still running. It should be. But that's how I use, my primary use case for Nextcloud is a Dropbox alternative. And it's so I can share large files with people. And so that they don't have to know what the heck FTP is, what SSH is, or WinSCP, or do any of that crazy stuff. I can just send them a link to a deep link to a Nextcloud folder. So I'll have to check. I didn't know that it would show your IP. Are you using DNS? A DNS name? Let me know. Rclone on Linux. All right. I'm Sparky. Okay, I'm Orange. Hey, Sparky, how's it going? Oh my gosh, my screen just totally jumped, so I apologize. Just call me John. Whole lot easier. All right, John. That's right. For some reason, your name is not... Dude, John. I'm sorry. Your name's a different color this time. I don't remember it being red, at least to me. John, I knew that. Let's see here. Get wrecked. My coworkers and I have some fun stories working as co-guys in a high voltage lab, 400 volt DC, and greater than 600 volt AC mains. Oh my gosh, man, you guys are living dangerous. Yeti Gaming, no delay. Well, I don't know what the delay is. Tell me. TFuegate, 1U AIC chassis are really good. Got a deal on a few Amazon a while back. I gotta look at this. I gotta write this down. I think I'm convincing myself that 1U is the way to go. I'm like trying to, it's a solution looking for a problem right now is me in 1U. And I guess I know my problem is that I want to scale some stuff back, but at the same time have similar compute, but use less power. I think that's my thing. And now that I've got a lot of my storage separated out and in my disk array, that means that I don't have to keep a lot of storage within my server, which is a good thing. I just want to cram it all with SSDs now. Big SSDs, two big SSDs. Like, give me like two 1 terabytes or two terabytes, and I'll put them in a mirror and run it like that. Because that's all I need, I think. Takano, the leads should handle it fine. Just the relays I'm worried about. Reese Tech, what camera do you use? Hey, Reese, I use Sony A6400. So it's a mirrorless camera. If you want to see it, it's down in the link below. It's in gear. But I think I have my whole entire setup in there. But yeah, it's a Sony A6400. I still have the 5200, which was pretty okay, but the 6400 is awesome. And on top of that, it's like I use it for taking photos, live streaming, and recording video. And it's pretty versatile. Yeah, I think it works good. And until I go full like 4K, like a real 4K, this can do 4K, but not 60 frames. I think it can do, I don't remember. I think it can only do 4K at 30 frames per second, which to me is like, you might be able to do 60 frames, but I'm kind of waiting to upgrade for a while. But no, this camera is super solid, I have not regretted purchasing this camera. For all I use it for. I use it a ton. I mean, I use this camera when I'm on Zoom calls too. It's crazy. It's awesome. Takano, they should at least be good for a while, but just gonna check them every day. Probably make a startup routine which turns them all on and off. Yeah, I like this. This is you run your little test ahead of time. Pixel leads are basically addressable LED strips in the form of normal Christmas lights. Okay. So each one can be, individually controlled. I like it. Yeah. That is awesome. Man, learning so much about this. By the time you are done, I will have an exact plan of how to totally customize all my Christmas lights. It sounds super awesome. Man, that's crazy. PC Geek, he isn't delayed. He reads everybody. Yeah, that's what I do. I do read everybody. Just because sometimes I get behind, but then I get caught up, like I'm caught up now. And so, yeah, I don't know. I just have this thing, like, I don't know. I've been in other people's streams. I've been on other people's YouTube channels. I've been in other people's Discords. I've been on other people's Reddits. And I don't know, like, I get it. People are busy. But, I just kind of feel like, hey, you know what? If you're going to take, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever, to write something, and you just want to chat, I'm going to chat back. And so that's my thing. I don't know. It's something I saw that was, it's kind of how I wanted to be treated on other people's channels or other platforms where people were the owner. And, I get it that other people are busy, but I don't know. Just keep it at that. Some channels I've been in, they don't acknowledge anything at all. And so I'm kind of like, where's the interactivity here? Like, how is this interactive? Like, couldn't I just watch a VOD if like nothing? I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So that's my thing. Anyways, Holy Merc. Hola, how's it going? Takano, 132 for 100 foot, so around $1 a foot. Yeah, that's, man, you are really making some investments. I'd love to see photos. I mean, we've seen some photos, I think they're relays. But I'd love to see more photos, like, yeah, as this grows and builds for sure. Man, and I said this earlier, but I need to hold true to what I said, but I do need to cut a little bit earlier tonight. I don't know if you can tell, but my eyes are like killing me. I said this earlier, and also I got to wrap some stuff up for what's coming out this weekend. But I always wanted to. At the same time, I still want to be able to, go live for a little bit to say what's up to y'all and make sure that I'm still holding true to Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So, yeah, Takano, thank you so much. But I know that this was a little bit short, and it doesn't have to end here. If you guys are interested and you're new, hey, Ronnie VV, thanks for follow, appreciate it. Welcome. But this doesn't have to be where the conversations ends. We have a Discord server that a lot of people from here are in. I would love it for you to join. Takano just linked the Discord invite link, so I appreciate that. Yeah, come join our channel. Let the conversation go on from there. I know there was a lot of folks that had either questions about things, had recommendations for things, or wanted to know the best way to solve stuff. I think those are all great questions for our Discord, because we have a lot of different folks from a lot of different walks of life and a lot of experiences, who are really, really smart, a lot smarter than me, figuring this stuff out all the time. So I encourage you to join. And then outside of that, I will see you guys Thursday. Yeah, take care. Thank you so much. There was lots of follows, man, so many subs. And I can't say it enough. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. I always say that, you know, just being here and spending time and chatting is enough for me. And anything above and beyond that, I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. So thank you. And hey, you guys have a good night and be good to each other.